Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alright, happy Wednesday to everybody! And we have things that are going on now, and we have things that are coming up. The first thing I'd like to talk about is something that is coming up rather soon, and of course that is Krusty's Tale. As you can see, I have all the little tokens, and let's face it, if you don't have them, you're not trying, because they just give them away to you. As a matter of fact, there is another tokens dungeon open right now, with an extra 2 of each one of these. So if you're short, you can just go there and get some. So what I want to do first is let's talk about Krusty. Alright, the short version is that Krusty is a water extra turn attacker. And he has the capability of doing a lot of damage. The thing about it is his skills are a little bit strange because some of them are like, why would I take that? I mean, when it comes down to it, he's got 4 skills, and I think you need to take those 4 skills. There really isn't any other options, but we'll talk about that when we get to them. Alright, so let's quickly talk about his stats. Alright, about a 53,000 on the health. It's low, but it's not terrible. It's not Daedalus bad, and it's certainly not Metal Beat bad. So it's definitely good. He's an attacker. He's not going to be tanking. That's not his job. His strength is pretty good. He's going to do some damage, which is good because he does have some hard hits, especially if he does something extra. So, yeah, that's very good for him. I'm a little surprised on his speed, though. He's very fast. I mean, he's denial speed fast. So, but that's going to be very useful for him indeed. All right, let's skip down to his evolving trait. At rank 0, he's hardened, 20% additional chance to resist negative status effects, very useful. At rank 1, he becomes immune to ignite and burning. So, yeah, that's kind of useful. Take 2 torture effects right off the table. Now, rank 3 is all kinds of interesting. At rank 3, he gets a status cast for self-thunder immunity. And of course, he's water, so thunder's going to do a lot of damage to him. So if he gets to rank 3, probably for the first 3 rounds, he will be immune to thunder attacks. Now, I'm wondering, does that mean that shock is going to work on him? I'm guessing he won't take damage from shock, but I'm guessing the effect will still keep him from doing extra turning. Interesting thing to test. A big thing for this guy is relics. And I'm not talking about the sword. I'm talking about the banner. He is going to be an extra turner who can use banner. Now for me, that changes the way I would do his runes. If he didn't have that, I'd probably give him strength and 2 staminas before we get down to the skills. But the thing about it is, since he's got banner, I'm going to go the Isil way and just give him 2 strength and 1 stamina, because I'm not going to put speed on him. He's fast enough as he is, and I don't want to take away from his combat ability, because you don't want to take away from his combat ability. Alright, so let's just talk about the skills. And like I said, a lot of these are throwaways. Speaking of throwaways, his basic attacks. Calypso Blast. Deals low water damage to 1 enemy. Yeah, I mean, it's a 0-0, but who cares? It's 15 damage, right? Then we have Sharing the Spoils. Applies double damage to itself. Applies double healing to 1 enemy. No. Moving down. Rank 1. Calypso Wave. Deals low water damage to 1 enemy. Applies drown to 1 enemy. No, we're not keeping that one. Just moving on. Chevalier's Dance. Deals low physical damage to 1 enemy. Gives 1 extra turn to itself. Alright, we're definitely keeping that one. It is a little bit high on the cost for what it is. It's a 35, which is the reason you're going to want stamina on him, in addition to a charging banner. But this one is kind of important. Note the 2-round cooldown. There's a pattern. Alright, moving down to tier 2, we have Dreams of the Drowned. Deals moderate water damage to all enemies, applies water weakness to all enemies. Yes, we're keeping that one. That's going to be very, very useful. Moving down, Bermuda Mystery. And I really, really hope that they were doing like a thing with Mist-ery. I would hate to think that they misspelled the word mystery. So I'm going to assume the best that they meant mist, right? Deals moderate water damage to one enemy, applies a random torture skill, random torture, right? And gives him an extra turn. That one has a 4-round cooldown, not a problem. There's a pattern, right? So we're definitely keeping that one. All right, moving down to tier 3, Parlay. Heals self and one enemy by 30%. Removes negative status effects from himself. I did mention his low health, right? He's got a low health. So the chances are that this skill is going to more benefit the enemy than him. No, we're not taking this one. As I said, some of these are like, why would I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. And finally, Armand's trick. Deals heavy physical damage to one enemy, applies reverse healing to one enemy, gives one extra turn to itself. That one again has a 4-round cooldown. That one also is a 50 damage. Now the other one, the medium one up above there in tier 2, Bermuda Mystery, that was a 40 damage. Now, I worked out the numbers on here. I made up a piece of paper and I watched all the cooldowns and the way they would go down and such like that. Here's what you can do with this guy. Going up to tier 1, Chevalier's Dance, you use that one, right? 2-round cooldown, extra turn. You need that one. You need that one, right? So from there, you can either do Bermuda Mystery or Armand's Trick. Doesn't matter which one you do, as long as you follow up with the other one. So you've done 3 attacks at this point, right? And 2 of them are like, one of them is going to give a torture effect, the other one's going to give reverse healing, but they're both really going to hurt. Because this guy's got a great power, and like I said, I'm going to put 2 strength on him. So those attacks are really going to hurt. Then I'm going to go back up to Chevalier's Dance. You got to do that. The reason is because you need to reduce cooldowns again, right? Finally, I'm going to end with Dreams of the Drowned in tier 2, which is the group attack that gives water weakness. That's going to end his turn. The next time he attacks, he can do the exact same sequence again if he has the stamina, which means he's going to end on a group water attack when he already made them weak to water the previous time. And also the Bermuda Mystery is also water there, so that's going to do damage. The other 2 are physical, so they're not going to benefit from it. So this guy could do a lot of damage all by himself. So that's why I'm saying he has the potential for doing that. Given those 4 skills, I just can't see taking anything else. But none of the other ones really appeal to me anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not like a moral dilemma, right? You're going to take those skills, in my opinion, right? And as a result, you're going to do a lot of damage. So this guy is actually pretty darn good. He's a very good water attacker, and I can't wait to start goofing with him because that is going to begin on Friday. Of course, remember, you have to have all the little tokens. What that means is that you are going to have access to his challenge, which is basically a progression event. Now remember, before you do any collecting on Friday morning, you have to use these tokens to unlock the first node, right? Then I believe you get his avatar. But nothing else you do, like collecting food or collecting gold or anything like that, is going to take until you clear that first one away. So make sure you get that out of the way first. And you're probably going to need gems to make sure you can just move this along, right? But he does seem to be somebody who's going to be worth that. So that is going to begin on Friday morning, and I'm looking forward to adding him to the family. Anyway, what else do we have going? Well, for right now, let's just talk about what else we have going right now. Let's go all the way to the Abduction maze. All right. Earlier today, we had a 30% discount. I forgot to look. Frankly, I didn't care at that point. I think I had like 1,500, and you can see how far I've moved Keel Trooper, because I just said, oh, I missed it. I might as well just move him now. Because, once you do the limited path and you get the mythic, me, I don't care. There are people who are still going to be going for the extra cells. Me, I got him. That's all that matters to me, right? Because for one thing, that means that paths that give extra cells are going to be open to you. You just have to own the mythic, right? Now, they did change something in the limited path, as anybody would have noticed, on Sunday and Monday. They didn't go all the way back to the way it was. The last few limited paths they did, they actually put the cells you needed. I think it was cells. No, I think it might have been an egg. You put the egg it needed, right, on the fourth from the bottom, which means there were 3 underneath, and each one of those was 20 cells. It used to be that you had to go all the way to the bottom of the path to get the monster. Well, in this case, they moved him second from the bottom. But the last node gave you 60. What that meant is if you finished the whole thing, the whole path, you got what you were getting before. But it did mean he was harder to get. You did have to get down to that second from the bottom in order to get him. So it was a little harder to get him. Hopefully people saved their gems and, oh, pardon me, your maze coins, and you were able to get him. But they did make it a little bit harder to get him, but not as hard as previous. And of course, we did get the 60 extra cells if you completed the whole thing. I did complete it. I think I crafted him. He's sitting in the lab right now. And unfortunately, he's probably going to sit there for a while because we have some stuff coming up. Anyway, this is going to be going away in a day, 13 hours and 17 minutes at the time of recording. And it's going to be replaced, of course, with Krusty's Tales Challenge. That's going to be the replacement for it. But we do have some other things going on. But first, let's talk about a few other things. All right, they started a challenge for Isil. This is also going to end, Friday morning, right? A day and 13 hours. This is just a challenge, an opportunity to get some cells. If you don't have him, he's a water Megaton tank, but you have to get him to rank 3 for him to Megaton out of his trait. So if you have him, this is an opportunity to get extra cells to rank him up. I actually did rank mine up. I had another one of him, and I had 100 cells. So as soon as I got to 20, I immediately ranked him up because it didn't cost me anything. It's only rank 1, but he can activate the Mega Taunt, and I think he taunts out of his trait. So he is at least a tank. But he's also got some other things too. He's kind of offensive, so he's all right. I mean, obviously he's great if you get him to rank 3 when he Mega Taunts by default. But if you don't have him, it's an opportunity to get him. If you do have him, it's an opportunity to get extra cells. Me, I'm just shooting for the first 50. I spent 1 gem for the 20, and I'm hoping to get this down really far, maybe even get it for free. But I'm not going for the 50 because, like I said, rank 3, that's a long way off. So nope, not doing that. All right, and of course we have another 72-hour challenge. I'm just getting numb to these at this point because they're just kind of glazing. You might want to take a week off from these because that's the way it's looking for me now. It's just kind of glazing over. I was doing this just an opportunity to get some gems because it's probably easier to finish the entire thing. So that's my only thought regarding that right now. In terms of the monsters, they're old. That's what I'm going to say. They're not modern. They were good for their time. They're not really as good now. So the thing is, don't go too crazy. If you want to get them, you maybe actually fill library pages. That's fine. But it's just, they are old. So, just saying. I think they're also doing a breeding thing right now. This was for one of the pages in the Adventurer's book. There's a lot, and you also get maze coins for this, by the way. There are a lot of good ones in here. Belladig is good. Toshiro is good. Sting Westclaw is good. Francine Frank, she's one of those who really could use a fix. At the time, I thought it was embarrassing that she was a tank and only has a taunt that lasts for 1 round. That's just silly. And of course, now everybody does it right out of their trait, or they can do Mega Taunt. So, yeah, I mean, the thing about it is she's got that one really chaotic skill which can kill somebody instantly. I mean, that's all right, but otherwise, no. And at Tajin, and then you have Countess Flawless, who's, yeah, I mean, she kills herself over losing one of her skills, which is silly. And Mishka down here. Oh, and I missed Talani. I might have gone for Talani, except, of course, my trying to fix my my hatchery. It's finally emptying out. I have to do something with 4 Tankarions. I'm starting to scrap them now. Down to cells, of course. So, yeah, I haven't been able to do that. Besides, we do have things coming. I think that's everything that we're rocking right now. So let's talk about what is coming. Tomorrow is Thursday. They're doing capitalized breeding. I mean, the last time they did that, it was like a mythic that got thrown in there. But I don't think they're doing that this time. So I have no idea what's up with that, right? Probably going to be other monsters. I have no idea. The big thing you need to know about is Friday. All right, we already talked about Krusty's Tales Challenge. That's going to open. But there's also going to be another breeding event, and this is for a new mythic. This is for Mochi. All right, I'm not going to go into details about Mochi for today. We can talk about him on Saturday. Suffice it to say, I wasn't overly impressed with him, and if I didn't get him, I mean, I want to get him because I want to get all of them. But I mean, I wouldn't break my heart if I didn't get him. He's darkness. He looks like he should be Abomination, but he's not, which is a little weird because believe me, he looks like he should be Abomination. Just very Cthulhian type of a guy, right? And he does life draining, and he's got this other thing though, where it's a group attack where he can make the enemies vulnerable, weak to physical attacks. He really can't take great advantage of that, but there are others who could. If you teamed him up with Nor could really take advantage of that. And the guy we were just talking about too, Krusty, because he's got physical attacks as well. Him himself, he's got life draining. He can actually double the effect of it too, so that's not so bad. It's just that, I just wouldn't go crazy about him if I didn't get him, that's all. But we'll talk about him in detail on Saturday, I suppose. That breeding event is only for 2 days, though. So make sure that you have your stuff available. I mean, it is a mythic, and if you can get him for free, that's a good thing, right? So make sure you have your breeding temple available and all kinds of things like that. And then, of course, on Saturday, they're having a top monster breeding event at the same time. Okay, I don't know who's going to be in the top monster. They're usually fairly good legendaries, so I don't know who's going to be in there. But, I mean, that's what I mean. We got breeding events here. We got the capitalized breeding event starting tomorrow. We got the Mochi one, which is the important one because it's a mythic. And then we got top monsters on Saturday. So lots of stuff coming up. The one thing I am very interested to see is this weekend they're doing another mythic path, for owners, but this one appears to be a merger of Urkin and Metal Beat. I mean, the way they're describing it, it looks like it's one path for both of them. I mean, it couldn't possibly be two separate paths because you would be doing the same thing, outside activities to earn coins for both of them. So I don't really know how that's going to work. Is it going to be one path and each step we're going to get cells for both of them? Or is it going to alternate? I have no idea. I'm very interested to see how that's going to work. Maybe it's a big mistake. Maybe we're going to get Urkin for like 2 days and then we're going to get Metal Beat for 2 other days. I have no idea. The schedule was very confusing that way. So we're going to have to see. That's going to begin on Saturday. But again, that's only for owners. So you really have to own them in order to get the free cells. That's why I'm saying whenever you can, own the mythic. It doesn't matter if you get the extra cells. It's good if you do, but you got to get him, right? Because otherwise opportunities like this for cells are not going to appear for you. And I do think that is about everything for now. We can talk in detail about things on Saturday when we get there. We just started this war like a couple of hours ago. So the thing is that we're still in the Legendary League, and we actually won the last one too. So we're still trapped here. Was that Legend 3? We're in Legend 3? Oh, we're probably going to die. This is probably some godlike team that's going to step on us like a bug. But yeah, you can see 23 hours and 9 minutes. So it just started there. So the timing, I don't know if we're going to have something for Saturday. We're going to have to see how that's going to work out. Anyway, what I do have is I have PvP. So let's go on in. And unfortunately, my trophy count dropped a lot. I won on defense. Okay, I mean, why would you attack me? I guess maybe they were trying to lose. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Most of these teams, there's only actually 2 mythics in these teams, so we may end up finding decent matches. So we'll see how that works out. Let's begin in here. Our first team today was suggested by Colum Fisher. I hope I said that first name right. And Colum wanted one of the only 2 mythics, so I threw him in. You know, the reason I did this is because he is desperately needed in this team. All right, so we're going to start. Oh, you know what? Because this is going to take forever otherwise, so I'm just going to do this. And this is going to be Crash. All right, next, over in water, we're going with Tara, and then finally, for some reason, oh, this is going to be a deep dive. A very, very deep dive. Where is... He's here somewhere. There he is. Rocky. Yeah, you can see why Crash is needed. All right, so what are we going to do here? Do I want to do this one over on the left? It seems like an interesting match. I hope that Tara is faster than Rasyuku. Otherwise, that's going to be very ugly. All right, let's see. Yeah, come beat up my uncommons. Okay, not a lot. No speed whatsoever. And no damage on him at all. You gave him... Oh, you gave him a support speed? Okay. And you have no... You put... Whoa, 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 whoa. You put a 7 damage on her? Okay, she's got Pierce and she can hit, but I mean, you want her going fast, you know what I mean? Alright, well, we'll do this. Alright, let's see. Yeah, vulnerable. Yeah. Okay, we're like weak to everything now. If Dr. Watts gets a chance to hit us, we're in a lot of trouble. All right, let's see. Matter of fact, I would really like to be able to freeze him. Good. All right, here's what I'm going to do. He's going to be, where is it? Armored troops, yeah. Because that's the protection is what I really want. Okay, so this is going to do some killing. Yeah. Yeah, Rasyuka really needs speed, because you want her going fast. If she can get that evade out, that team evade out, that's what you really want. Also, total damage reduction on the other side. Yeah, you don't want damage on her. That's crazy. Stabby, stabby. Okay, so what do you got here? Oh, we got some death. That team would have worked good with good runes on them. They probably had some lock slots, but you have no damage on Dr. Watts? Really? Support speed? You put support speed on him, and you put a 7 damage on Rasyuku. Yeah, I don't think so. Understand your character, very important. Their role is very important. Alright, and let's go back in here, and let's move on to our next team. Our second team today was suggested by It's Ploxy? Okay, it's ITZ, so I'm saying It's. And It's wanted to see, by the way, this is an all-ladies team. And you're going to see somebody properly done. Alright, let's start with Darkness. And this is going to be... Oh, there she is. Hella. Next. Over here in Metal again. Actually, I shouldn't say Metal again. I'm saying Metal. We're going with Karen. And a properly set up, at least I believe, properly set up Rasyuku. Lots of speed. Lots of speed. Not as much speed as Karen there, though. Not as much. All right. I don't have any mythics here. I think it would be very hard to kill those up the middle, so I'm not doing that. I'm wondering about the one on the left. I mean, he's going to go first, and he's going to stun us, because that's the thing is there's just so much speed there. And the other two, that's a good question. Do I want to do that? That's I think too much of a risk there. If it was 100 Moon Haze, I think I would try it. But I mean, he's going to have like a lot of speed. So, or we're going to try again. When you don't have a mythic, it's really hard to make that choice. All right, that one on the right looks kind of interesting, and I think I'm going to go for that. I mean, it does have a mythic in it. It's a 110. It's going to be kind of meaty, hard to kill too. All right, let's see how this works out. Good question. Good question. What did we get? Can only be damaged by light. Can only be damaged by water. Can only be damaged by nature. Light, nature. Okay, well we don't have. What was the other one? Water. All right, we don't have water. That means she's fine. But we have light and we have nature over here. You failed. Positive satisfaction from all enemies. I'm looking for total damage reduction. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not going to do the evade now because I don't think that's something I want to do. Oh, she resisted it. That's not good. All right, let's think. I guess we could just go random control skill and see how that works out. Alrighty. Okay, he hit himself for zero damage there. All right, dark submission. And this is going to be heavy dark damage and dark weakness. All right, and let me think. I'm wondering if I should go evade now. Well, it will protect Hela. So I'm thinking that's not such a bad idea. Heavy light damage to one enemy, removes all negative status effects from allies, applies evasion. I need Hela alive because I want her to take advantage of the darkness attack. And I'm just going to hit you in the front. Alright, let's think. Deep thought, nanovirus, and total blind for everybody. Okay, you didn't want to... You up there on the top. You're becoming a real pain. I think she's got... Yeah, she's got this, though. She's got tough and harden. Apparently they stack. Alright, let's see. Chaos Request, 50% chance of applying burn. Oh, that's kind of nice. Chaos Request deals moderate fire damage to one enemy and 50% chance of applying burn, shock, and nightmares to all enemies. Here. Okay, and what do you got? First law. Immune to control and torture effects. Yeah, why not? And what we've all been waiting for. Blade of Nightmares. Deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, applies nightmares, but it also, they are weak to darkness. Don't you dare hurt her. Alright, here, have another round of this. Okay, you're just resisting everything today, aren't you? Go Robot. Remove positive status effects from one enemy. You don't have any. Applies nanovirus and total blind. Okay, you didn't get the total blind. Alright, charge. And charge. And bump on the head. And she's dead. Teamwork! The ladies all did it together. Yippee! At this point, I'd rather that than the maze coins, because I'm just not going to use them. Ow, that got ugly really fast. No, we don't have anything that can handle that. So we have like a reverse situation going on right now. We just had the season end on Monday morning, so people have not settled into where they're supposed to be yet, so it's kind of chaotic. All right, let's see if we can hopefully find somebody for this team. And this being our third team. Our third team was suggested by the Santos. And the Santos gave me 3 teams. They had themes. I chose this one. This is the robot team. And this entry will actually work a lot better in several days. Not as good now. Because we're starting with... Tanky! Yeah, as I said, in a couple of days that'll work out a lot better for him. Alright, next up we have over in Fire, and this is going to be, where is he? Here he is, Tony! And finally, over in Thunder, we have Kato. So we have a robot theme going here. Alright, yeah, like I said, no, we're not doing this. That would just be very bad. Okay, and we're not doing that. Up the middle? We got a Megaton tank, though. Of course, I do have one guy. I have two guys who can't have anything bad on them, and another one who's going to be dodging group attacks. But you do have a mythic there. But then again, I have some guys who got some levels. All right, this is probably. Oh, wait a minute. He's 100. If he's 100, Hyperion doesn't have the Megaton. At least not out of his trait. All right, so let's do that one up the middle because they do have a mythic, and they have runes. I wouldn't give support damage to him, but I mean he does have some stuff, so that's good. Let's see how this works out. All right, let's see. We're gonna start with remove 30% health. Total blind and guard down to all enemies. Who's losing the health? I have got to get rid of him. Ouch. Okay, and he charged. Okay, he shielded himself. How very selfish of you. Let's see. Oh, this is where some pain goes now, right? All right, Star Core, very heavy fire damage, applies burn and ignite, extra turn. Oh, you're going down quick, aren't you? Yeah, that's the reason I put a life on him. All right, let's see. Beam of Inferno, that'll kill everybody. What about this one? Extra turn. Hit him up there. And he's already doing the burn ignite, so maybe I want to do this one instead. You and your friends. Hit you in the front and kill him. Good, he's dead. All right, let me see. 40% of life, blind. Okay, boom, you're dead. Okay, you're all by yourself now, aren't you? All right, this is good. Heavy metal damage, daze, and apply damage reduction. Actually, just gonna kill you. Okay, I was hoping that would be a better fight, but these were some strong individuals, right? And a spin. Yippee? I'm kind of numb to that by now. Like I said, I really think they should give that a rest for a week or something like that. Because I'm a little bit numb to those 72-hour challenges. We're just getting way too many of them. Okay, so we have one more team, so let's go. Our final team today was suggested by Why No. Wino gave me two teams. I went with this one, and this is going to have our second epic in it. Pardon me, not epic. Mythic. They both have icks in there, right? All right, we're starting with Zap, and then we're going over to Darkness, and this is going to be Cringe. And finally, over in Fire, we have Nova. All right, so hopefully we can find a good match. I'm not seeing that here. Well, what about the team on the right? Again, the Moonhaze would really be fast. If it gets a stun down on us, we're just dead. So I'm gonna refresh. If it was a 100 Moonhaze, or it was a 106 maybe, but then again you have this guy, the Blob here, who's only 70. Up the middle looks like it would just be too easy. All right, let's just try one more. Hopefully we get a good match here. We'll got to pick one of these. Ouch. How fast is the Miserus? I mean, I'm pretty sure, at least I think, that Nova's going to go first. I do have two 10s on him, and he's 110 himself. All right, I'm going to try this team on the right. It probably is not going to go well. No, it is probably not going to go well. Oh, that is really ugly, isn't it? Oh, that's yikes. Dharma's banner. Gives armor and fire protection to all. Increased power. You know, that doesn't work on Nor. Nor kind of needs the extra stamina gain, doesn't she? I mean, that's a really good banner, but I just don't think that works for her. Oh, of course, I'm probably wrong. They're going to beat us up. Okay, and we're going to start with this one because I want activated cooldowns. Of course, Armor Claw has a rather nasty hit. It has a 0 cooldown to it. All right, let me think. Guard down in Nightmares? Yes. No missing allowed. And yeah, he's going to be dead, isn't he? And he's gone. All right, so Zap has left the building. All right, let's do the guard down. Oh, I already got guard down. Can I get some position down? It won't work. Oh, wait a minute. What are you sporting down there? Take half damage from fire. All right, well, that's not really... Oh, actually, it is kind of a problem. All right, I'm going to try for the possessions. Obviously, I'm not getting Miserous, but hopefully the other guys... Could everybody hit Miserous, please? Oh, did you just... No, you haven't had your turn yet. Prank your mom. He's got a lot of health. See, the thing is, I have to get rid of Armor Claw before I can hit Miserous with a single target. But I can do this. Negate healing and daze. Because I really want to get rid of Miserous, but getting rid of the Armor Claw first doesn't sound like a good idea. Okay, I didn't want you to hit him. Oh, actually, if it was a single target attack, you had no choice but to hit you. You deserve that for missing him. All right, let's see. Guard down in daze again. I know half damage from fire. I really need you to die. Okay, Miserous is very important to die. He doesn't have any torture effects on him now. Oh, that's an idea. Can he take that off? The greatest fire show on Earth. Applies fire weakness and sunburn to all enemies. Deals very heavy fire damage. Removes 100% of stamina. That's perfect. Okay. Boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead. Excellent. Saved by a special. And it's been, let me guess, 500. It's like I could see it in my mind. And we're done. Alright, so like I said, we have the Abduction Maze going. It's going to end Friday morning. We have the Isil Challenge. That's going to end Friday morning. It's an opportunity to get cells for him or get him if you don't have him. We have a breeding event that's going away. This one was for like one of the adventurer pages. And then, of course, we have the capitalized breeding event going tomorrow. And then the Krusty Tales Challenge that's starting on Friday. But we also have a Moochie breeding event, which is the new mythic. That's starting on Friday as well. And then Saturday, Top Monster breeding. Then we have a path for Urkin and Metal Beast. I have no idea how that's going to work out. But I guess we'll find out on Saturday. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.